Good afternoon and welcome. Today I'm going to do a poem shortly called Shutterbug. And it is a proper terminology. Somebody who loves taking photographs and cameras, Shutterbug, almost like trigger happy with the camera. But this is an old-fashioned camera. And this is the one I used. Well, it's a replica now. Not a replica, sorry. It is, I bought this today, actually. Though I've got another one upstairs, but it's unfortunately it's broken a bit. But this is the type I had in college, and it is a beautiful camera. It's a Pentax K1000. It is an SLR, which is single lens reflex, obviously a film, so it's not digital at all. The only form of battery in is a wee small battery here for the light meter inside. But the old-fashioned cameras I love. And I have to be honest, me and my friend were very blessed to be taught the old-fashioned way of cameras in college. And we were taught how to develop black and white photographs in the darkroom. And we had some good times there. And even on a scorching hot day, we would have been in the darkroom. But the SLR cameras are amazing. You know, people think, you know, digital SLR and SLR, they're the same. They're not. They're completely different. One is based, this one here is about a wet process, which is chemistry. It's form of chemicals, light reactions, and etc., etc. Digital is not so much science, it's more technology. You know, I like the old science. One of my favorite sciences is chemistry, actually, and the old photography is very much about chemistry, and even the photons and light, and it's just brilliant, basically. And I think there'll always be a niche for the connoisseur in terms of the old camera. A beautiful, beautiful form of photography, because obviously SLR digital is fine, you know, it's pixels and it's high contrast and all, but there is a nice quality about grain, and there's a nice light, because obviously digital doesn't really recognize white light. It has a white balance and stuff. But this, you can get lovely lighting. And even if you look at Ansel Adams' early stuff of the Wild America photographs, the photography is phenomenal, although he used glass slides. But the way he's captured the light is quite phenomenal, actually. Yeah, I mean, photography is a great piece of art to do. And I believe that as well with the film SLRs, you have to engage with your surroundings much more and think about light as well for that reason. Because a lot of the digital SLRs, it kind of thinks for you, if you know what I mean. And I think you can experiment more with these cameras. You can do a sort of more unusual stuff with them. But photography is great, and it is very interesting. It was invented around 1840, but there is no exact date. Pinhole photography, which fascinates me. This man made a room and blocked out all the light apart from one pinhole in the middle. And the light outside shone through the wee small hole and projected on a back wall. And it was an upside down picture of outside, which I think that's a miracle, how light can actually project through a small hole and actually end up in a room. It's almost like a sight itself. So the color of light is very beautiful in that respect. Anyway, this piece is more, it's called Shutterbug, and I wrote it around 2012, though I'm not sure. Could be 2011, it could be 2013, but no later than 2013. So it's an oldish piece. And I put a quote from Ansel Adams at the start, which is, "The negative is the score, the print is the performance." This is Shutterbug. I only can glimpse, as if a car window, in flashing sequenced seams, some reams, a film of flashing lives flutter. The end of a spool of a wheel in an old cinema, though projection beam. It flickers on the big screen, as if nothing's seen. Where to view? I watch as an audience in a crowd, a silver screen, you stand out. It is not about fame to be an extrovert. Smells the nose of being close. For every day it is a car window, our passing lives. What could turn to see, a back to hurt, though a camera is to flirt. To talk in shadows, if to step out to the light in sight, what would it be? A spotlight, as if to photograph a portrait. An unintentional turn, winding on the next photograph. Zzz, clunk. I took the photograph wrong. My exposure too short. The underexposed got stuck halfway and froze. The frame in between I missed, this passing, something to lay juxtaposed, between worlds, a lens to channel, to harness, to something that shows. A fraction is only in part. What could I show where photography is about the action, the viewing with your surroundings and interreaction? Why the shyness from behind the camera to view a soft presence, subtle glows of complexion, contrasts of texture? It works well in colour. The delights of the camera's aperture, pupils' depth of my excitement to capture, to expose, pinholed, rolled, let in, memories imprint to keep. Negative is sensitive, behind shutters capture, holding images to be in focus. That was to develop something to give as a performance. So that was that piece. Well, thank you very much for listening. And I'm going to start taking up my old form of photography. I think I'm going to do a bit of film photography because it is superb. And it's easy to lose yourself. And I'm going to try not to lose myself this time. So I want to get myself back into some art, some good serious artwork. Anyway, thank you very much for listening, and I hope you all find some good hobbies, and I encourage you all to do more hobby work and stuff like that. It's good for conversation and to find friends who have similar interests and stuff like that. Anyway, so thank you very much for listening. Until next time, thank you very much. Thanks.